Hello, this is Jayp Kim, a lawyer in Seoul. And I always say to you guys that I hope to be a one and only source for Korean criminal legal system for you guys. But I only have 20 something subscribers now, and I only have 20 to 50 hits on my YouTube videos, but blame is on me. But I really don't mind how many subscribers I have or how many hits I get, because these series of videos are only for those who have a difficulties in Korea, who's struggling with the problems. So I will keep making these videos, and today I'll be talking about what happens if you got arrested here in Korea. So there is a Latin word that is habeas corpus, right? You got to have a warrant that is issued by court once you're arrested. And to make that arrest justice, you got to have some warrant. So there are some exceptions in terms of the warrant, like emergency arrest here in Korea. That happens a lot. Emergency arrest happens when you got arrested on site. What I mean by on site, at the crime scene. If you got arrested at the crime scene, firstly, because of the short of time period, the police officers can arrest you without warrant. To make that arrest justice, they got to request a warrant within 48 hours. So what happens once you got arrested without warrant? What happens is you'll be detained at the police facilities, and you'll be waiting for questioning. So police will do everything they can to establish your crime with suitable evidences by questioning. That's what happens when you got arrested without warrant.
100% innocent.
And one day I got a phone call from the investigator, police officer, saying that this person is a instant legal help from a lawyer who can speak English. And I had a phone call conversation with a client, and I asked them what the charges are and what really happens, and then I made a deal with that client through phone call, and I went to the police station immediately. And what happens is, just like having the arrest warrant, when you got arrested is a constitutional right. To have a legal representation is also a constitutional right. So when you got arrested and when you are facing with the questioning, you got to have some interpreter, because you cannot speak Korean, because the questioning has to be done with your mother language. If you're French, you got to have some French interpreter. I mean, whatever language you speak, you got to have that language interpreter when you have the interview with the police officers. Just like that. I mean, that client refused to have the questioning without the legal help. So that's why I went there. And I got so many questions from my clients, but most frequently asked question is, how much do I have to pay you? How much do I have to retain you as my legal representative? I cannot say a specific retain fees of mine, but I can say ballpark. I can say I charge you 300,000 won per hour. So let's say that I have to be there with you when you're facing the questioning with the police officers. Most of the time the questioning ends in like 2 to 5 hours. 5 hours. So you can calculate, right? And I charge you reasonably within my standard, 300,000 won per hour. So, I mean, the reason why I disclose my fee, the hourly fee for you guys is you got to have some standard to thinking about reaching out a help to someone, especially like me, right? So you got to have that standards. And secondly, I would like to talk about request a review of the legality of the arrest. Once you got arrested, and let's say that the warrant has been issued, you are still detained in the facility after 48 hours of the time that you've been arrested. At the time, you can request a review of legality of that arrest to court. I can say 100 times, I mean, you got to have a legal help, legal representation when you are facing with the review of legality of confinement. Because one of the factors that court sees the most importantly is that whether you have the right residential area or not. Because to have you in a detained confinement facility is to make you not flee from whole process, right? And once you really believe that you are not guilty, or once you believe that you have some factors that has to be considered throughout whole the process, you got to have some, you have to be out of that facility. I mean, that is the most important thing when you are facing with this whole process, because in the detained area or outside of the detained facility is a very big, has a very big difference when you think of how to build up the defenses and everything, because you have short amount of time to have the consultation with the lawyers in the facility. That is very hard to have the whole plan making. As a lawyer too, I mean, I have to visit you at the confinement facility all the time to talk about the defenses and everything. That is a hard job, and that is also making the job difficult to make the whole plan for you to for the upcoming trial. So the review of the legality of confinement is very important for you guys once you're arrested. Think about it. Okay? So if you have any questions, do not hesitate to leave on the comment down below. And like I said, I only have 20 subscribers, but who knows? I can get thousands of subscribers after this, right? I really hope these videos can reach out to those who really need some help for this area. Okay? And I'll be coming back with more interesting videos. Thank you.
Like I always say, if you got the right lawyer with you, we've got the greatest legal system in the world.